Alright guys, right now I'm doing a combination of water test and gluing at the same time. Yeah, it really doesn't make any sense if you're trying to glue stuff down while you're doing a water test. But what happened is I'm trying to make sure that the bulkheads here don't leak. As you can see, there's a small drip right there, but that's coming from the inside of the bulkhead and not the outside. And I'm more worried about the outside. The inside means that, okay, the seal between the pipe that's connected to the bulkhead is not as sealed. But if the outside is leaking, that means that the rubber seal that goes in between it is leaking. And if that's leaking, then you have a huge problem. Especially once you glue this thing down, because then you're gonna have to cut all of it off. So we're just going step by step. I just finally glued this first one here in. I glued these two sections together because they weren't glued in, and as you can see, this is off. I don't think I'm gonna be gluing this down, because if I do, then if I ever have to swap out the bulkhead or move this out to upgrade for a bigger one, or if I move into a new house and I want to go ahead and not use this sump under here, it's gonna be a bitch trying to get it out. So that's why I'm thinking I'm not gonna be gluing these. But needless to say, this can cause salt creep around this area on this top piece of glass, so I'm gonna be wiping it down every so often. I think I have the same issue on my 90-gallon, but I'd rather deal with that than have to deal with cutting it out and going to buy new bulkheads. Especially when they're 2-inch bulkheads. I mean, it's not that it's super expensive. They're only like $12 or something. But I want to make sure that I'm comfortable with what I'm doing. And if I ever need to remove the bulkhead for any reason or anything like that, I shouldn't have a big issue. So I'm going to go ahead and glue in this one now. I have to glue this in. I think this side is glued, but this side is not. On this, I think this side is glued and this side is not, and then all of these, all the rest is glued in. You can see all the drips of water coming out from the inside. I'm just making sure it's the inside. Okay. Yep, inside, all inside. I guess you guys can stay tuned, and I'll be back. Okay guys, as you can see, we're starting the water test. I went ahead and started filling it up with water. Two reasons I'm doing this is, reason number one is so that I can make sure that the tank itself doesn't leak. Then I can make sure the plumbing doesn't leak. A third reason is also to get the detritus and all that extra stuff that's like on the rocks and on the rocks and and everything else that I added by accident, like the shavings from cutting the bulkhead. And so I mean from covering the PVC, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna go ahead and let it run. Obviously it's gonna take a very long while to fill this bad boy up. I will be in this testing the skimmer, and I'll be testing the main pump. This super dark gold, I'm gonna be making sure that it is actually quiet, that there's no leaks, because the last time I waited a while before I tested the pump, and then when I did find out that it was noisy and making a lot of stuff, I had already started using salt water. So when I tried to send it back, they denied the claim, talking about it's a used. I tried to send them a used pump. It was a pump that they just recently sent me. I didn't have any extra one, but it wasn't that company, it was a different company. So I'm gonna do a quick water test. This is the video to show that it is working, that this is fresh water, not salt water, and that the plumbing is all correct. This is the final plumbing product right here. Everything is glued down. The plumbing, like I said, these right here are 1.5 inches, the inlets, which are connected, and then I have a spigot over here for my calcium reactor. I didn't add. I was thinking about adding another one here, here, making an elbow go this way, and putting like a 2 little Fisher's reactor, probably a 550, because I don't think I have any space, and I don't want to put it in the front, like in this frontal area. I don't want to put those 2 Next Reef reactors here. I actually have less space than I anticipated, so and the pump took up one side and the calcium reactor is taking up the other, so hopefully I won't need all that. Hopefully I won't need the reactor. If I do, I have to add it on later. I really don't like putting the bags of carbon inside of my tank, so and if anything else, I'll figure out another minimizing technique, because I want the whole front to be nice and open just the way it is now. So when I do decide, when I do put on the smoke doors, it'll be nice to look at and eye pleasing. So I'll go ahead and let this fill up, and once it's filled up and I'm ready to plug it in, I'll get back to you guys to show you what's going on. Alright, peace, see you on the next one. Alright guys, welcome back. Here's the part of the hobby that I don't like. And wait, what the hell? When you start finding leaks. Now this bulkhead right here for the drain is leaking, so I'm gonna have to fix that, which is not really a big deal for me. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to try to get in there as best as I can to fix it, and then I need to wipe down this area because I noticed a little water right here. Now I'm hoping that is not the sump, which I highly doubt. I think it's when I was pouring the water in.
Hey, Daddy. Daddy?
What, Jaden? So we're gonna check this out. Make sure it's not leaking. Make sure it's not the sump that's leaking.
Daddy, look!
Yeah. So
My bathtub will have a leak. Not my bathtub. Have a leak.
okay, Jaden.
Just that.
So we're gonna continue letting it fill. I'll then adjust that leak that I noticed, and we'll go from there. Hopefully I don't find any more. Alright, so went ahead and took care of this leak here, hopefully. I tightened it. Now I'm waiting to see if there's more water coming out. Which, from the looks of it, I don't see any difference yet. So we're almost to the end zone here as far as the filling. See, we made it over this 12-inch marker here. We just got to make it over to the other side to the 11-inch marker, and then we'll flow around that corner. So let's see what happens. We'll keep taking a look at this leak. Which is slowed down but not stopped completely. Great. So I'm going to have to play with it some more. But yeah, like I said, down here where we had that little water, it was exactly what I assumed, just water. So, and just taking a look around the sides and everything. Everything looks good. There's no water over here yet, so we'll see how that works out once we get to this edge. And then I'm not gonna plug it up immediately. I'm gonna try to stop all of these leaks that I find now, and then I'm gonna do like a switch test, which is like put it on a put the pump on an off-on switch, so that way if there's an emergency I can shut it off really quick instead of having to rip the cord out of the wall. I always like watching how these areas fill up, because you want to make sure that you see all of the detritus and where it goes, because sometimes it'll go to the back of the tank, like you see that white piece of looks like plumber's tape or something, or not really sure what it is, but you want to make sure you get all that stuff out when you're vacuuming the tank. And going into this chamber, see how it ran around, and it's making it all the way to the back towards the pump, filling up. Alright, so we're here. We've made it. There's water in the tank. So I'm gonna let this fill up probably to the 11-inch line, at least for right now. What I mean by that is to the top of this right here. And then what we'll decide then is if I'm gonna plug in the skimmer, let the skimmer run for a bit, work on that leak, make sure I have no other leaks, and then move on to powering this bad boy up. So guys, let's go ahead and turn this bad boy on and see what it sounds like. Alright, here we go. 3, 2, 1, action. And we have flow. Ladies and gentlemen, we have flow. Oh,